My name's Leo Genn, and I'm an actor. Once, like so many of us, I was a soldier. Like all soldiers, I had my dreams. Dreams of going home. And dreams of coming back in peacetime when the fighting was over. I've been one of the luckier ones. I've been able to go back and rediscover some of the cities I knew in the blast of war. How is the Europe of today? Is its glory extinguished? Is it so very different from the Europe that so many of us knew in 1945? A continent in chaos, half destroyed. A continent dazed with war, numb with grief, hysterical with happiness because peace had come at last. To what? To cities lying in ruins. To millions displaced by war and torn from their homes. To children hungry and separated from their fathers and mothers. To the cemeteries. And to your comrades who lay where they fell in battle. Peace had come to Europe. The guns were silent at last. And those of us who had crossed the Channel in 1944 were heading home at last. To Civvy Street and Civvy Close, to home and family, and to our memories. As soldiers always have, we swore we would go back, to see again the yesterdays as they are today. When the time came, it was VE +5. Victory in Europe +5 years. And I was heading back to the places I had known in circumstances far different. Different, too, was the mode of travel. Comfortable seats on an airplane, a relaxed mood. Rather different from that glider or bomber or that bouncing little landing craft that took you across the first time on a journey that spanned the continent. From Denmark to Greece, France, Italy, Germany, and Austria. The land over which we are flying is the flat, fertile land around Copenhagen. The skies are as gray as they had been that day 5 years ago. Life was at a standstill then. War had taken away industry. But now the Viking ports of Denmark are busy. Not only ships, but the building of them. Years ago, this would have been only a dream. The fleets of Scandinavia were half destroyed, but now they are being rebuilt. Giant cranes from America. Noisy, ponderous, efficient machinery, putting a nation to sea once more. This is Elsinore's shipyard. It lies in the very shadow of the castle where Hamlet walked by night, and where once I played in Shakespeare's Hamlet for the Old Vic. But there are really two Denmarks, the nation of the sea and the nation of the soil. The land of neat white houses, of flat, fertile farms, and some of the best land in Europe. What a difference 5 years can make in a man's perspective. In 1945, I'd have said to myself, Vienne, mighty fine land for digging foxholes or gun emplacements, nice and gentle on the shovel. But now one says merely, mighty fine land for farming, for food, livestock, butter, eggs, all the things we still need in Britain. Funny, but it's hard to look at a tractor without thinking of food. Raising food is, after all, what tractors are for. even though some of them are first cousins to tanks and jeeps, like these in Vienna. I stopped at a trade fair on the outskirts of what the Viennese now call the third man suburb. Agricultural machinery is the main attraction, for Vienna is not altogether a city of May wine and waltzes. Austria, so long under the Nazis, has rejoined the nations of Europe. It is integrated once more into the economy of a continent. No longer is the choice guns or butter, in Goering's words. This Marshall Plan exhibit urges the opening of frontiers, where Hitler slammed them shut. When I was there before, Vienna was drab. Its streets were full of rubble. But now, standing before the Imperial Habsburg Palace, one can see the former splendor of a city which refused to die. The statues and memorials remain, but many of the people have fled, sheltered in other countries by friends and by strangers who had pity in their hearts for fellow men. But some new touches have been added. Under the portrait of Lenin, the Russians have established an officers' club, and tanks in the streets are forceful reminders of war. But on a Sunday, I'm able to report the people still walk towards the Vienna woods. Waltzes and music are more enduring even than statues. For the very young, these memories of war don't exist. Not here in the sunshine, now in the spring. But even they will be reminded when they grow older and ask, who's that man up there? And are told of war, death, and of the meaning of the statue of the unknown Russian soldier. From the Soviets back into history. High on a hill above the Russian monument stands the palace built by a marshal of Napoleon. And from the hill, the whole city is spread out below us.